What do you single guys do on weekends without friends? You need to find a hobby. Something non-work related such as athletics, art, music, science, building engineering. Something that you can do at your own pace that isn't about making money, but that still pushes you toward personal growth. Video games should be at a minimum. There is some room for leisure. Watching movies, television, reading, playing a game. But these activities should not comprise an entire weekend regularly. Video games simply seem to become major time wasters. They are leisure activities, but not really hobbies. I usually play video games, watch YouTube movie series, read books or interesting articles, or do my hobbies. Sometimes I also get some inspiration for creativity and write something. I also work a little bit on creating fictional languages. I've got 2 languages currently. Both of them have basic grammar. One of them has a vocabulary of a couple hundred words, the other several dozens. But sometimes, like now, I don't feel like doing anything, so I go to Reddit to answer someone's questions. Games, Netflix and chill. Be sad and depressed about not being able to get laid. Eat because hungry, but also because bored with nothing to do. Watch videos on various apps, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube. If it's a nice day outside, go outside for a walk. Alone. Watch Twitch live streams. Go outside on the porch for a minute and see what's happening outside, in your neighborhood. We just chill and do bro shit. Sometimes I'll be on a walk and find a badass shaped stick for no reason. Pick it up, walk with it like it's what I need to support myself to walk. Sometimes I'll put on music and imagine the girl I had a crush on in high school is in the audience, falling in love with me while I play a badass guitar solo. Sometimes I'll make myself way too many tater tots in the air fryer. Depends on the vibes. Saturday gym at the morning. Groceries, big breakfast, brunch, midday sleeping while watching movies or series. Video games, more sleeping, eating, sleeping. Sunday gym at the morning. Big breakfast, YouTube and sleeping, coffee and video games, sleeping, eating and meal prepping. Watching movies or series and sleeping. Edit 10 years single and moved like 15 times, so no real friends, and I do this for years. It's so important as person without friends, without a romantic partner to have hobbies. People need to be able to be alone for sure. It's healthy to have your own thing, something you don't need someone else for. I play music, snooker, read books, running, and love watching interviews, documentaries on YouTube of musicians. And it's absolutely fine if no one else likes these things because I enjoy them so much. Enjoy pure socialization just for socialization's sake. Sports, video gaming, fishing, and hopefully soon reading again as time allows. Maybe even a bit of strength training and stretching for my old ass. As you can see, it's a matter of time and prioritizing for me. You probably will have more options. Tease, it's easy to form new friends through hobbies. Up until April 23rd, I'd stay at home and watch documentaries, smoke and just think about things. Now I cycle and run. Maybe with a friend if someone is around, but mostly just me out getting muddy. Used to feel like everyone was getting on with their lives. Now I feel I'm getting on with mine. I slip back into cave mode sometimes and I tell myself that's okay. Just make sure to work hard next week. I run a gaming YouTube channel that has grown into a nice side business. I've learned a lot of creative skills like video and image editing, how to get good sound, etc. I've always been a bit of a loner, and this is a way for me to do something fun and productive while sharing myself with others. And I even make a nice side income doing it. Just celebrated 40,000 subs, and I'm eyeing 50k this year. EO games, read, work on a cosplay prop that I designed to be too functional for my own good. So it's an endless cycle of 3D printing, sanding, painting, and getting parts to fit tightly into a mechanism. Also create a fictional fantasy world in my head and daydream random stories from it. I never actually sat down to record all that world building though. Probably should do that as well. I play video games with strangers. I hang out with my family, maybe taking them to dinner or some sort. I go to fun places to make friends. I spend time cleaning my computer and my desk. I take on some course, maybe cooking, finance or coding. There are plenty of things to do now that I've got a family. I can't seem to find time anymore. Enjoy your single time. Embrace it. When I was single, I do solo activities that more or less didn't involve anyone but myself. Walks, bike rides, skates, roller hockey along paths along the lake or in forest preserves. Hockey sessions, stick puck skates or pick up hockey at my local hockey rink. Coffee shops to do some creative work. Vintage thrift shopping. Shower lunch. Archery training. Watch YouTube, Netflix or read, study. Dinner. More videos or reading. Bed 9 p.m. Scroll on phone, swipe on dating apps until I get bored and usually asleep around 10 p.m. Only varies if I have family visiting, or friends are getting together, or if I have an archery contest. Sleep in, take naps, lift weights and ride a bike while I listen to podcasts. Clean, cook, do laundry, bike maintenance, home maintenance. I don't own a car, but when I did I'd wash it, wax it or do maintenance. I frequently catch up on work or do administrative stuff. If you're organized and keep up with things, you really barely have time for friends. I prefer to spend my spare time alone and with my mates and tend to spend at least one of my 2 days off completely alone to recharge. I will do things such as get a meal at a cafe, pub, go fishing, hiking, hit the driving range, take my dog for an explore. Being comfortable doing the things you love with or without company is a liberating feeling. Go to breweries. Go for a drive in the middle of nowhere. Sit outside if it's nice, or on the covered patio if it isn't. Read a book. Listen to or play some music. Or just take naps. Got to stay busy and try to enjoy the little things, otherwise that little voice in my head that says life isn't worth living gets a little louder and a little more convincing. I have a daughter, so there is always lots of cleaning to do in the house on the weekends, even though I keep up with cleaning throughout the week. Laundry non-stop, no Saturdays. I love to wash my car if the weather is nice. Spending as much time as possible with my wife and kids. Any free time for myself tends to be spent on Reddit and playing video games. Not single anymore. But when I did a lot of things in third spaces, library, gym, NTG tournaments, conventions. If I wasn't going out, I was farming the auction house in WoW or playing regional Modern Warfare 2. I also spent a lot of time trying to remain single while still having adult relations. I didn't succeed. Now married with 3 kids. Gym, sports, gambling, movies, cooking healthy and trying new recipes, and getting good quality sleep to take advantage of what I'm doing in the gym. I'm usually messaging a couple friends during the weekend, but it's rare that I get together with them since I'm a lone bachelor and don't have any kids, nor do I drink much alcohol. I'm not single, but I live far from my GF. I have no friends at the moment here where I live. Watched 3 movies, played some hours of Elden Ring, clean the house, meal prep the week, read 80-ish pages, slept an hour more from the same routine, emptied the trash, watched a football match, enjoying the solitude and rest from all the peeps outside who exhaust me, work out, clean my flat, and such. I get you're an outgoing person and like to have company, but do you try to make people feel bad in a way? Or are you actually single and don't know what to do with your time? No offense intended. See my brother. Hang out and watch movies or play video games, maybe on a bike ride. I do want to get my motorcycle license, so I can buy a motorcycle and go on adventures. As right now, having a car is a bit of a dilemma, as due to limited on-street parking, and no parking garage at my house right now. I go to the zoo, or the park, sometimes just for walks, play video games, do art, look at memes, read, practice my instrument, cook or learn new recipes, play with my cat, housework, cross-stitch, lots of options. But I've always been wanting to spend my time on my own doing hobbies like this. Doing nothing. Just sitting on the couch drinking my coffee and staring into nothing. Watch a movie series. Read something. Chores, errands. Play with Lego. Go to my weekend house, do something. I have a long list to do. From renovations to improvements, cutting grass, etc. In the summers, I go on long hikes. It helps that I live in Wa, and I'd never run out of great hikes. And the second day, I make and eat some protein and maybe get a massage to recover from the hike. During winter, I like to work on personal projects, practice my tennis and dance moves. A hobby gets you a rewarding pastime, personal growth, a way to stretch your mental, physical, social, or dexterous muscles, maybe even all of the above, feelings of accomplishment, a reason to leave the house, a group of people who will have at minimum one thing in common with you. When I was single, I dug hard into my hobbies, rebuilt my PC, got back hard into paintball, discovered miniature wargaming. Now that I'm married, I still do those things, not to the same extent. I have an office that is my man cave, but the rest of the house is the family's. I would go mountain biking, do long road rides, bicycle projects at home, redo furniture, cook for myself for the week. And on the weekend nights I'd even go clubbing by myself, maybe dine myself too. Being single with no friends shouldn't keep you from getting out. Work out, read a book, write a book, listen to music, learn to play an instrument, take yourself out for dinner or a drink. Watch movies, series, catch up on work, play some video games. Company is a luxury, find solace in solitude, find happiness with your own company.